Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Um, so this is day 2. I just woke up from my slumber, and I wanted you to see what I look like the first thing I wake up. So you could see from, if you don't know and you're just tuning in, I just touched up my eyebrows and my eyeliner with permanent makeup yesterday. And I'm documenting the processes and the phases so that you are all understanding how it all works. Okay. So if you look at me, I explained yesterday that I would wake up more swollen than I was right after the fact of me doing my eyeliner area. And as you can see, I kept my promise. I'm pretty swollen. You can see the marks, the hooded eyelids that I have going on due to my swelling. And then my brows up close. Can you see them? Pretty dark. Still a little bit raised, of course. Um, they're brand new, so that's how it's supposed to look. They're glistening because of the ointment that I put on. Now I'm going to show you the secrets behind taking care of them. I say secrets because every technician, every artist, professional that does permanent makeup seems to have a little bit different aftercare. We've done research and we've done extra training, and we feel like we found a really good way to have our clients heal. They tend not to really scab too much, and they tend not to lose too much color as well, for the most part, unless you have problematic skin or things of that nature, which is a separate set of instructions, and we handle those cases case by case. But in general, this is what you want to do. So I have my table set up here. Um, you can see it, so I can explain to you what this is. This is an aftercare kit. It basically has the key ingredient, which is sterile water. So I hope you can see that. It says sterile water. So it is a hospital grade sterile water. And then I have the vitamin A and D plus E ointment. I find this to be very, very nice in soothing my skin. Um, just ordinary cotton swabs as well. And I only have 3 on my tray, 2 with ointment on them, 1 dry one. And then I have sterile cotton swabs. I'm sorry, not cotton swabs, sterile gauze pads or sponges. So these are all sterile, as you can see here. And this is what it looks like on the inside. You can use paper towels if you choose to as well. As long as there's no filament coming from it, like a cotton round, cotton pad, cotton ball, nothing like that, or even toilet paper, because that's just gonna get stuck to the ointment that's on there and make it a mess. What you're gonna do is dab your eyebrows and your eyeliner or whatever procedure you have done. You have to dab the wounds clean. You do not want to wipe. You don't want to disrupt the surface. You don't want to be rough and agitated at all. So basically, you're going to take your sterile water and you're going to pour it onto your gauze pad. Why are you pouring it out? You're pouring it out because you do not want to lose the sterility of this bottle. So the integrity of this bottle is very important, right? You don't want to touch anything to the top of it, because if there is contaminants, even though that's a sterile gauze pad, if there is contaminants or something floating in the air, you can cause this to lose its sterility. And that's the magic of this water, is that it's sterile, so it needs to stay that way. So pouring it out is definitely going to be your best bet. I know a couple people, they take like it comes with a foil seal. So some people take like a sterilized needle and kind of poke a couple of holes and then holes, and then they can squeeze it and spray it onto their gauze pad, which is great too, as long as the needle is sterile. Okay, so basically you take your sterile water in your gauze pad, you can see that, and you're just going to dab, okay? And what you're doing, again, as I explained yesterday, is you're cleaning off any blood and lymph that comes from this area, especially while you're asleep. You're going to see some residual that comes off. That is normal. That is okay. You don't want to pull and tug at your skin though, and you don't want to wipe too hard. You don't want to wipe at all, but you don't want to press too hard, and you definitely don't want to wipe it. Okay, so just dabbing it nice and slow and tender. And you're going to feel that it is a little uncomfortable here and there because it is an open wound, right? Okay, so your body naturally, as its defense system, tries to close up whatever cut you have on your body with the scab. And that is done by the seepage of a clear liquid from any of your cuts and a little bit of blood. Um, it forms together and mixes and hardens, and that's what creates a scab. Okay, we don't want a scab for permanent makeup. So therefore, if you're patting it dry and cleaning it, then there is no blood and lymph to harden. Okay, I just did this an hour ago. I tried to do a video earlier and it didn't work out, so I did it again. So this is when I originally cleaned them. Okay, you see all that residual that came off of that, right? And here is an hour later and I still have residual. So every time you do it, you're going to have a little bit of something on your cotton pad. Sometimes it's a little pinkish, sometimes it's a little gray, sometimes there's just some muck in there. Okay, so one very important thing, right after you dab your brows or whatever area that you've worked up with permanent makeup, after you've dabbed that with the sterile water, it needs to be completely dry before you put any more ointment on there. You don't want to moisturize or put the ointment on and keep moisture trapped underneath it. It will fester, can cause infections. It can just emulsify the pigment, basically make the color push out of your skin. So you don't want to do that. So make sure after you dab, you let it air dry. And then while that's air drying, you can just take a quick little Q-tip and just kind of clean the corners of your eyes, um, clean underneath it, things of that nature. And blow it until it's completely dry. Now, I already took care of all that. I just accidentally deleted that part off my video and I just wanted to go back and show you. So this is fresh ointment after my last cleaning. But again, make sure that it's completely dry. You will feel that it's kind of cooler when it's wet, and then when it stops cooling off and it's just normal, you'll know that it's dry. Okay? Okay, so just a little bit of Q&A. I want to sum up some questions that I normally get and kind of help answer some things for you. So, what does it feel like today? It doesn't hurt. It's just like a dull pain if you move them around like I am right now. Blinking doesn't bother. It's just a little heavier because it's a little swollen. And when I'm putting my ointment on, I'm very careful not to put it inside my eyes, which is why I kind of clean off the lashes so it doesn't get in there. If ointment gets in your eyes, you definitely want to get it out. It's very easy. A nice little wet Q-tip will do the trick. But usually it stays in place and not really get into your eyes at all. No contact lenses for the first week after the procedure. Glasses only if you happen to use them. I'd rather you not have to use any type of eye drops. But if there's prescription eye drops, you have to take it. That's what your doctor says. So you do what you have to do. Just be careful not to overdo it. And as soon as it comes out of your eyes, you want to just kind of dab it clean so it's not interfering with your eyeliner area. Again, no sweating, no jacuzzi, no swimming, no submerging your head underwater for at least a week. Okay, so everything's really, the first week is the most trickiest. You want to clean them every day. For the first 2 days, it's pretty regular, every hour, every 2 hours while you're awake. In the evening time, you want to at least set your alarm clock to break your sleep cycle up once, minimally, or drink a whole bunch of water to make you get up and you use the restroom. And while you're up, you clean it. It's very fast, as you see me do. Let's see, another question. You could have any style of eyeliner, right? But the more swelling you get is due to the trauma. So the thicker the liner is, or if there's a wing involved, you're going to have more swelling and possible bruising in this area. It just depends on how much stretch is needed, and how your body is retaining the pigment as you're putting it in. Also, the swelling and the bruising and all that will last a few days. So you just know that going in. Some people like to wear the big sunglasses. You can, if you'd like to. Some people wear hats. It's up to you. But you don't want any bangs resting over your wounds. You don't want any lotions, makeup, perfumes, oils, anything like that around the area. So no mascara, no eyeliner, of course. You don't need it anyway. You just got it tattooed on, right? So you don't need that stuff. Now, if you need to put any makeup from your eyes down, you can. But make sure that when you're washing your face at night that you're not putting the suds around your entire face. You're just cleaning from the eyes down. And be careful not to pull. You don't want to tug at this area as you're cleaning, okay? Also, sleeping patterns. How do you sleep with this? Well, you don't want to sleep face down, that's for sure. You don't want to put your face in the pillow because you're going to rub this stuff off. And it is very fragile. It's going to hurt a little bit, but your pillowcase is going to get all smushed with color, and you're going to lose a lot of color. Trust me, I can tell if you are a left-handed sleeper or a right-handed sleeper, if you're dominant in either one of those, because usually one side is lighter than the other one. So I always recommend to sleep pretty. Sleep pretty. Sleep pretty. You can prop yourself up if you need to. If it's hard for you to sleep on your back, propping yourself up does tend to help. But if you are a side sleeper or a belly sleeper like myself, I will post some photos on how to position your head on the pillow. You definitely don't want to push your face up on the pillow. You see how that wrinklage I have when I do this? If you're sleeping and you're pushing up against your face like this, and this has a chance to dry and harden because you didn't clean it well, it will crack it and you'll start peeling. And you don't want to start peeling because as soon as you start peeling, you're going to lose color. So you want to keep your pillow tucked somewhat back here against the side of your face, something like that, to kind of keep your body from pushing on the pillow. And then you can always use your hand as an anchor. I usually go like this or like this, something like that, to kind of help. That way it's pushing up against your fist as opposed to your face. So you can do that as long as you're not squishing this area. Other than that, I think it's pretty simple. So again, we recommend that you're cleaning your wounds out every hour or so for the first 2 days. After that, you just need to apply your ointment 2 to 3 times a day and not worry about cleaning them. However, I like to continue to clean them for at least the first week, not every hour after the first day or so. But just, whenever it seems like it's getting a little goopy or I just want to generally clean my face, then I'll use the sterile water and clean it. So that's good to use. If you have any questions, please comment them below so I can answer them for you. I will post another video and some pictures shortly.